Hello, today's video is about checking all the parts that came off from my engine from my Mazda RX8 that we with my friend disassembled in last video. All the talking about condition of the parts came almost as long as edited part of disassembly of the engine. So I just divided it into two videos because content shouldn't be too long, at least for now, and I welcome you to the part of the movie. We can now say what is needed to be thrown away and replaced with new part, what is needed, what actually can be reused, and what is needed to work on before we assembled our engine. We have our rear stationary gear. We are looking for anything that snipped off our gear. I don't see anything, and I think this looks pretty good. Next thing we should look at is our main stationary gear bearing. I don't know if you maybe I will just put a little light on. As we see, this bearing have no sign of copper either from behind or on the front. This is actually the best stationary gear I take out from engine. And another stationary gear, front stationary gear, doesn't have any look of copper. It is a little of color, of course, but it have no sign of copper yet, so our eccentric shaft should be just okay. And as previous, I didn't saw any snipped part of gear, not any tooth is broken out. Our eccentric shaft, as we see, it is dirty. I didn't clean it off. It have a lot of oil on it, but pretty heavy, and I see it is pretty clean though, so I think we don't need to do anything with it except from cleaning. Our rotors, I actually don't I can't actually put it a little higher, so if you could take a camera lower. We also look for any snipping in our teeth, in our gear. We don't see any, we don't feel any, so it should be okay. Our bearing, it looks not maybe brand new, but pretty good. We have a lot of residue on our rotors, so we need to definitely clean them. I see these rotors are weight. These rotors are weighted before putting in engine. It should have, this is front rotor, so it should have a mark on side also. And residue is so much of residue on the rotor that I can't even see anything of it. As I told you, I don't know if side seal needs to be replaced, but I would not take any chances, and I am too lazy, so I will just order all of these seals, apex seal, corner seal and side seal with springs. I don't know if the scrapers need to be replaced, so I will check that, but rubber rings inside of it needs to be replaced, and also I know that springs below our seals need to be replaced. and I think from rotors it is all. This was front rotor. My seals are popping out. In rear rotor I didn't saw anything on our bearing also, and in our gear I don't feel anything and I don't saw anything, so it should be good. Now things I know needs to be replaced or resurfaced. As for resurface, we need to resurface our plates, side plates. We can feel it under our fingers, it is not flat as it should be. And also we checked our front plate that it is just in specification. I saw it has just equal as in specification, so we need basically to resurface this, just not to take any chances. Also maybe I will put housings side and finish with our plates. We have a lot of residue, two-stroke residue. I said I was premixing, a lot of premixing. We have residue in the intake ports. We have white residue that our two-stroke oil burnt inside. Inside we have that light residue. It is some, no, it is better seen in our front plate. We have residue that should snip actually from our port inside of here. So definitely cleaning, perfect cleaning all of this, resurface all of this. It's qualify as resurfaced things, so no things to do there. And the last one thing, the worst thing and the worst pain to our wallet, it is actually housing. We have a step where this is not filled under fingers, but this is heavily weared. I think this is because of oil, not enough oil though to lubricate these seals from the beginning. Also we have step wear right here, but the worst thing that we saw, here the chrome on our housing is snipped off, so this housing can go maybe as your table stand or something like this. This was rear rotor. This one is actually in worse condition. The triangle thing in apex seal just digged in here. We have our step wear. Our chrome just flew off from the here, and maybe even this was the sound of sand that we heard. Just so chrome flaking, I think it just fell off. Maybe this was the sound that we heard when we turned our engine. A lot of step wear. This has basically fried and just can be used as engine stand or something like this. So that was our rotary engine disassembly. In this video, as you've seen, I was clearly talking that most of the parts are usable, and that is true, but I didn't measure side plates, and right now I even don't know what side plates are from that engine. The housings that came off with flicking chrome can be reusable with not a lot of hope that it will be that it will survive forever. Without that, it can be reusable, but all comes to logical thinking. Maybe in future videos when I will disassemble more engines or assemble engines, I will talk more about it. For now, if you didn't like it, press it a thumbs down. If you like it, please hit like. If you wanna see more content like this, consider subscribing, and have a nice day.